No, no, I mean that's exactly why. I mean, sure, there's no reason why it should be that way, but I mean, it's just it explains why God just hates everybody. Oh, hey everyone, what's up? I don't hate you, but welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're all doing well and amazing as I transition over to the correct screen because I am slow on stuff because I am out of practice from streaming. Hopefully you're all doing well and awesome. Ooh, it's been a doozy of a week. So it's time to unwind a little bit with the grace of my friend Aki, who wanted to talk. Just as I started the stream, I'm like, I just started my stream, but I can cancel it if you want. She's like, no, no. I know how much you look forward to this every week. Just do your stream. We'll talk tomorrow. So, let's see here. There we go. So, I've been playing a lot of Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge recently, and it took a little bit. It's ridiculous. If you want to buy, I bought the digital version on the PS3 because Crying Devil has the digital version. I have the disc version. He says that his version, he's been testing some stuff, is like a 50% lockup rate or so, and mine is like almost 100 for doing the 2 infinite karma glitches. So I bought the digital version of the game, and they're ripping everybody off. It's like you buy it on Xbox 360, it's $20. You buy it on the Wii U, $10. You buy a physical copy on the Wii U, it's like $4. You buy the PlayStation 3 version, it is $30. They hit you ridiculously too much for that game. But I have not had the chance to test it out. But you know what? With the Master Collection of the Ninja Gaiden games coming out very soon, I figured let's play the version of the game that's not going to be in the Master Collection. Let's play the Xbox 360 version of Ninja Gaiden 2. The harder, more violent version. And if you're wondering why we are not getting this version of the game in the Sigma collection, one, it's the Sigma collection, but two, the reason why it's the Sigma collection is because Tecmo lost, quote unquote, lost the source code for Ninja Gaiden Black, Ninja Gaiden 04 Vanilla, Ninja Gaiden 2, and rumored to also have lost the Vita ports as well. So that's why, but they still had the code for Sigma. Most of the code for Sigma, it turns out they had like a good majority, like 95% of it, from what I've been kind of hearing and poking around. So that's why we're getting the Sigma ports instead of the better versions like this one. Turn down my phone a little bit. And so the reason why I want to play this is because, like I said, Purple Mist lowered enemy count on the PlayStation 3 version. It's just not that, in the controls are a lot looser, so it's like, let's just go ahead and play the superior version. Let's have some fun with it. And I'm not going to be playing through the entire game right now tonight because I do need to get up and go to work tomorrow. I have to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. Every single Monday through Friday, I should clarify. So we're just going to wind, have some fun. I'm going to be terrible at this. I'm not the best at it. But I just wanted to relax and just have some fun. Baby Metal Hayabusa. I have no idea what these costumes look like, so we'll go with this one. But personally, though, even though we are getting the Sigma versions of the Ninja Gaiden games, I'm still excited for it. I'm really glad that people are getting hyped up for it. They're pissed about Sigma 2, of course, which is awesome to see. You know, the PC version is going to be modded to turn the purple mist into blood. That's a no-brainer. Depending on how much work they want to put into it, they might be able to restore it somewhat. But it's not going to be a full, complete thing. I doubt that would ever happen. But you never know. But I'm just glad to see people like excited for these games. I'm excited that people are going to be able to play them again on systems other than the Xbox. I am playing on the Xbox 360. I don't have a Series X yet because I still can't buy one because of fucking scalpers and their bots. Same goes for a PS5. But if you've not seen Unwary's speedrun of this game yet, you should definitely check it out. So the biggest thing, like right off the bat, having played Sigma 2 a couple months back, is that Sigma 2 feels like it's slippery. The controls are not as precise as it is for the 360 version. So one of the things that they've talked about the Master Collection is fixing some bugs. So I'm betting it's going to be probably this game. If you can see, there's blood texture up on the wall that's like splattered, but it's just hanging in midair. One thing, though, that Sigma did do better, Sigma 2 at least, was they did improve the camera a little bit. They did pull it back a little bit, so it's not as frenetic up close. Got used to the different controls. I'm used to Razor's Edge controls because I've been practicing that game more recently and the speedruns for it, and this game controls a little bit differently. Like the right purple button will center your controls in Razor's Edge, and it does not do that in this game. It is the open button instead. Art of the Inferno. Art of the Furious Wind. I also like what you get after eating a Taco Bell. Oldest joke. Old joke is old. Now, it should be known that like you do not have to like do a lot of these fights. You can just run past them, as evidence in like Unwary speedrun. Yeah, the controls are still a little bit loose. I have to say it's kind of shocking to say, but Razor's Edge is actually tighter for controls, which is mind-boggling. Something I think people are also going to kind of appreciate about Razor's Edge when the Master Collection comes out, if they play it on PC or PS4 or Xbox, I'm betting the Switch is going to be a crap port because it's 720p, but it's like, I don't know if they're going to be able to hit and maintain the 60s. But I've been playing through the Wii U version on emulator. And it's really kind of interesting about that is that now the emulator is maintaining 60 a lot more for that game. And it is like, it controls even better. It's crazy. Really? Oh, got hosed on that one. Yeah, but Razor's Edge at like 60 frames locked is amazing. It's like, it controls even smoother. I was pulling off all sorts of stuff that I couldn't do because when you play on the Xbox 360 or the PS3, you do have drops. Pardon me. And it does affect your gameplay. It's not like horrendously, like really bad, but it does impact stuff. It's like, I know they came down here. It's like, I can't see where they are. How am I doing on money? 5,000. Eh. It's like the flying bird technique, although you technically should have used it already to get up to where you were if you fell down, but ignore that fact. At least this game took the time after Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden to like teach you how to play it, at least. That was an improvement. Yeah, if I'm seeing anybody pick up my friends like that, slam them so hard into a wall that their limbs explode, I'm like, I'm not thinking, dude, I can totally take him. I got him next. Trust me. I'm like, nope, I'm turning tail, I'm running. Hopefully he does not notice me. Oh, let's see. I need to... Ryu, get back. There you go, buddy. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, so for like earning points and stuff like that, I'm still like not sure the best way to generate them up. Because I know like if you can collect like large orbs by themselves, it's more money, but if you use them for ultimate techniques, then you're actually losing out on money. That's like my biggest default for like learning how to do, like even in Black, I still struggled with that. Alright, so give me 1 second. I'm going to close the window real fast and be right back. And if the audio needs to be readjusted, like if it's too quiet, too loud, whatever, please let me know. If you're lurking, you're more than welcome to lurk, but that's like my biggest thing is if there's something that I can change, if the stream's not quite right, let me know. I'm more than happy to fix it. 1 second here. I'm not going to pause the stream or anything. I'm just going to close the window. It's right in the same room. Got that closed. No! This is a travesty, ladies and gentlemen. My whiskey is almost out. Oh, what a shame. Have to go buy more. I'll just sell my Dogecoin and buy some whiskey. Yeah, so Dogecoin, if you're not too familiar with it, is a cryptocurrency that has been taking off recently because who knows why. But I got into it around 24, 23. My coworkers had some at like 12, so they're making even more money. So I'm just writing it off. Hopefully it hits like around 40 to 50, then I'll sell it. And like I'm not looking to like make a crap ton of money or anything, because I only have like 200 Dogecoins or something like that, so it's not gonna be a whole lot of money, but just a little something. If I don't, it's okay, because it's not money that I invested that was like, here's my entire paycheck. It's like, okay, this is like a little extra dumb money I can spend and just put on this for fun. Rule number 1, take out mages. Mages do not need to live. You? Okay, you're impervious there. So for the Lunar Staff, I usually upgrade to... I try to get to 3 as kind of quickly as possible, because level 3 Lunar is just... I love it. It is... like, my favorite weapons in this game, by far, just to use and have fun with, are Scythe. That's number 1, of course, and I use that exclusively, pretty much, just constantly. In Razor's Edge. Sorry, I'm having a problem talking right now, and usually. But Razor's Edge is, like, is basically the weapon used for the entire damn speedrun. As soon as you get your hands on it, you are using it. So in this game, I like to use the Lunar Staff, the Scythe, and Tonfas. And it's kind of funny because I used to hate Tonfas, and then my friend Crying Devil's like, dude, what is wrong with you? Like, Tonfas are the best weapon in the entire game. And I never got into like level 3. I just used like level 1, level 2, which isn't too spectacular, but you get to level 3 with the Tonfas, and oh man, they just shred everybody's life bar. It is epic. It is like, they are my favorite weapons to use. Really? I don't have a 360 spin yet? What? Guess I should have probably tested that out beforehand, huh? No, I don't think I do. Okay, so I guess maybe it's level. Whoops, didn't know Soy was alive. My bad. So I was thinking, I guess it's level 2 lunar staff. You get the 360 spin. Huh. Yeah, so I do not have a standing 360 spin. And the music stopped. Interesting, so it looks like the chest got opened over here. And it was like slowly feeding me more essence. Although one time I was using the lunar here, and if you have like a fully charged up lunar, you have a fire explosion come out from the end of it. And that happened like on the downward strike, and I bounced off this rock, and the fire stayed on my lunar staff end. So every single attack I did was like lighting people on fire for about 2 minutes until it wore off. I was like, this is great, and then it wore off and I was sad. It's just like one of those dumb luck things that, like, it's just not really intentional, but... Hold on a second here. I always wanted DLC where you have to play as Muramasa, and you're just like slowly walking along, and you just like go Zatoichi on everybody. I think that'd be great. I was kind of disappointed that that was not a thing. Okay, so now I have the 360 spin. I think this is an item. It is! Ryu taking shrooms, I knew it. I can't remember if there's anything down here. I think there might have been like a skull, maybe? No. We'll let this play because it's simply the most ridiculous way to enter a building ever. Oh, both buildings are connected as one, huh? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to the opposite spire and jump across instead of going to the correct tower before. Even though it's still the same building and they only separate at the top. Why? Because I'm a ninja, damn it. I guess it does kind of establish that Ryu can fly in this game. Or follow style. Because he does it quite a lot in Razor's Edge. Like I said, that'd be a decent amount. Whoa, out of nowhere. Thanks, Sensei. See you later, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, it looks like my volume gets a little bit too loud in the game there. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. Always cool to lurk and hang out. Appreciate it. Oh! Getting my butt kicked. I was like, okay, I'll go in here and like try to fall together. This ain't working. Are you? No. There you go, buddy. Oh, come on. Please line up with that. Thank you. Razor's Edge will spoil you because as long as you're facing like a direction for the climb, like you can go forward into a segment like that, it'll automatically start changing you to left and right to climb up. Shaky, shaky. Alright, so let's go down here and heal. So I think we're at the boss now. Yeah, I think like 2 UTs should just about finish him off. If you pull it off in time.
You're coming with us.
I love it that you can do that to bosses in this game. Oh, hello, doggy. Oh, say, holy crap, did I despawn them? No. bad. Yay, I got Wolverine claws that I pretty much don't really use, to be honest. I'm like right on the damn loading line. You have to be careful how far you go too. You can actually make it like if you go too far, where you don't get like the challenge anymore. Lit candies. Totally not candles, but candies. There we go. The route of trials. I usually don't do these, so. At the same time, I knew that there's going to be a lot of money here, so. I didn't really farm properly. Because I'm not that good of a player. Shocking, I know, if you're watching my gameplay and you're like, wow, he's the best dude ever. Archers are such a pain in the ass in this version. Should I spend $500 to learn something I already know how to do? Hell yes! No, we're not. I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid. Feels like I missed something down here. Maybe I didn't. That was it? Really? This game teaches you how to play, but it's usually like way too late. Like you shouldn't be able to get this far without knowing how to counterattack by now. That is part on the staircase I remember being annoying, because you can actually get knocked down here. Wow, he shortened that animation, didn't he? Now, projectiles in this game, if you're not familiar with, are ridiculously overpowered, even though you have a finite supply of them. In Sigma 2, they got changed to be like, so you don't have 30 arrows, you're infinite, but they do like a third of the damage. I think it's either half or a third. I'm thinking it's a third. Also, by the way, Sensei Ray Abusa, I'm sorry, I know that you left earlier, but I just saw it right now. I apologize. Thank you for the follow. But anyway, Sigma 2 is like, I think arrows do like a third of the damage by an infinite amount, and you can no longer UT charge them, which means you can't UT charge any projectiles, period. Because shurikens and the windmill shuriken, like the exploding shurikens and incendiary shurikens and what was it? The windmill shuriken were like ridiculously overpowered. They were usually like one-hit kills. not good. Actually didn't go too bad. I've had that go far, far worse. I'll have to check with Unwary next time I see him if I manage to get to one of his streams. Just asking him a basic question, because I know he's been writing this and doing speedrun recently, but like, it seems kind of tricky to pull off the 360 spin. I don't know if it's just my controller or what, or if there's like a delay to it. Because I know for sure, because like I said, I've been playing Razor's Edge, which is for the longest time considered not to be a good game, but people kind of started warming up more to it, myself included. And not just because I've been like learning to speedrun it, but it's actually not too bad of a game compared to what vanilla was. It does have its moments, it does have its charms. It actually does have a lot of good control features, which actually were missing from previous games, which is kind of shocking to kind of realize. Whoa, what? Now there is a skip you can do here, and I do not know how to do it. Shooting at somebody up there. Oh, mistimed the button press. Oops. That... Well, it can be any time you want, really. What's up, Jay? Good to see you, buddy. Did I catch Cap's run at Calathon? No. Because I hate that guy. With a burning passion of 1,000 suns, and he make... No, I forgot entirely about it. And I fell asleep very early last night because it's the weekend and I need to catch up on my sleep, so like I completely passed out. So I'm going to catch it on VOD. Heard he got like under an hour 50, which is not bad because I know he hasn't been practicing too much lately. So, you know, that's pretty good. Like, even if, like, if you're an established runner and you can get down below an hour 50 on average, then if you come back to it, you can usually get down to around that range too without a whole lot of practice. But if you want to get, like, down to, like, world record time, like, he has, like an hour 39, I think is how low he pushed it. That takes a lot of constant grinding. Yeah, it was, like, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I think I passed around midnight last night. I will say, though, if you're looking for a fun movie to watch, if you like John Wick, definitely check out the movie Nobody. That was a lot of fun. It was kind of like, it's like if John Wick had committed to the whole being a family man type deal, you know, like, and got, like, out of practice. Because it's like he's like this killer hitman type deal, but he's like out of practice completely, so he gets his ass kicked at the start, but it's kind of fun. But, well, I'll just say that it is on certain sites, you can watch it there, and also it is on, let's say, less than legal areas of the internet. But if you can check it out, I definitely recommend it. It was a lot of fun to watch. Especially since I've been a fan of Bob Odenkirk since Mr. Show, comedy show he was on, like, oh gosh, pushing almost like 30 years ago at this point. 25, 30 years for that show. It's on the Ben Stiller show, that was like 30 years ago. So there are like moments where he's like a pure badass, and then there's moments of comedy as well because he's a comedian, so... It plays really nice. It's a lot of fun to watch. There's a website specifically for Universal Films. You can find out where to legally watch it. Don't know where. It's probably not going to be available in Germany. Probably not. Actually, I didn't think Part 3 was too bad. It's kind of weird. I'm wondering where they're going to go for the next one. But I've noticed that Keanu is getting really, really stiff. I mean, the guy's been through a lot. He's done a lot of martial arts training. He's also had, like, a lot of bone problems, motorcycle accidents. He has had a neck fusion. And, in, John Wick 3, you can tell he's getting really stiff. It's harder for him to move. And the dude's, like, getting close to, like, 60, which is crazy to think about. He's, like, 55, 56 years old, something like that. And it's hard to keep moving around like that. I mean, I'm pushing almost 40 myself, and it's hard. So, yeah. Keanu Reeves is, like, 56, I think. Yeah, he's 56 years old. It's kind of funny that a lot of our action heroes in society, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, you have Keanu Reeves now, things like that here, are all people in like their early 60s on average, early 60s to late 70s almost. Chuck Norris, you know, like all these, Dolph Lundgren, all these people who are up there in age. It's like you have to be like a senior citizen now to be like an action star. It's kind of insane how we've done that with our population. Our action stars are not younger people in their 20s. They're like 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Yeah, speaking of that, they're doing a Matrix 4. And I've talked about that movie before, like how the original scripts were like so much, for the sequels were going to be so much better. So that's the thing, is like Keanu's back, as is Trinity. The gang's all back for it. And in the few scenes that they shot before COVID shut them down originally, it looked like they were recreating, it seems like they're training Neo again. So it's like they were like falling off a building and like Trinity catches them. So it might be a role reversal this time. Trinity might be considered the one instead of like Neo. That'd be kind of cool. But the original very first script for Matrix 1, the reason why Trinity keeps raising her hands, like you see it several times throughout the film, like right before she's about to die, she'll put up her hand, is she's slowing down time, which buys her enough time to get out of a sticky situation just barely. And you see that mirrored at the end of the film when Neo gets back up and he puts up his hand and he stops the bullets. He basically mastered Trinity's thing, but they took it the entire full way. That got cut from the original film, so I think that'd be kind of cool if they brought those aspects back for these later films, but I don't think they're going to, because it was just kind of like a throwaway thing. I said the original version of The Matrix was like, the script was kind of interesting. Like, Morpheus was like this super dangerous cult leader who kept getting people killed, which is why Cypher was so pissed at him and betrayed him, because Morpheus was told, like, okay, you're going to find the one. He's like, okay, so he basically thought he could just find anybody who had a little bit of talent and go, you're the one, and he'd fill their head full of grandeur and talk them up like, hey, you're going to be able to fight agents, you can stop bullets, you can do whatever you want, you can break the code, go fight that agent, and they get obliterated and died. And then he did that 5 other times before you find Neo in this film. Trinity was originally boyfriends with Cypher, and then she went to the Oracle and was told, hey, you're going to be the boyfriend for the one. So every single one that Morpheus found, she would shack up with him because I'm supposed to be with the one. So she ditched Cypher, which is why Cypher was like in love with her and like pissed at her too. So it was like, because she had to be with the one, but she didn't really love him. She just knew that she had to be there with him. It wasn't until the final 6th version of Neo that came along, the savior, the final one, the actual one, that she actually fell in love. But yeah, there's like hints of it in the movie, like for Trinity slowing down time. Like in the beginning, when she's making her escape from, like, she beats up the cops and then the agents are chasing her, and she runs for the phone booth and you see her put up her hand. She does it right there, basically. In the original script, was like it was slowing down time. Like it wasn't like a full like stop. It was like slowing down a little bit. It allows her to get sucked into the phone and get out just barely in time. It happens again later on when they're escaping, where Neo fights Agent Smith for the first time hand to hand. She's about to jack out of the Matrix. She puts the phone up, sees Smith, and pushes up her hand real fast, and all of a sudden she's gone. Just as he blows away the phone, because she slowed down time just enough to get sucked out again. Yeah, that's what it looks like. She does it twice, but in the original script, she was slowing down time to buy herself enough to get out of the way. Because she figured out, because people had bigger talents in the Matrix. If you remember the kids in the Oracle's apartment, the potentials, who could like bend spoons and stuff. So there were people who could kind of start bending the Matrix to their will and start breaking things, like kind of bending the rules but not doing like a full break. And that's why they were in Morpheus's crew, because he was looking for those special type of people on his hunt for the One. They didn't go into anybody else's stuff, but they did go into Trinity's time slow manipulation. Which is why, like I said, when Neo gets at the end, he raises his hand just like Trinity does, and he stops the bullets completely, where she could only slow him down to briefly, like, barely get out of the way if she needed to, but it took him huge mental taxing. You know, he could just, like, stop him completely, pick him out of air, do whatever he wanted at that point. And it also, you want to make it seem like they're also helpless too, which is why you want Neo to be this godlike figure, you know, like Jesus, basically resurrection, the whole religious allegory things that goes along with it. But yeah, they wanted to make it basically seem like, okay, like nobody else can do these things but Neo. Like he is the only one. And then they left the potential children in there who could bend and warp reality, kind of, but not the full way that he later could do when he fully awakened his powers. Which is why it makes me so sad that I know, like, I've stopped playing the game to go on a Matrix rant, but like having read these original scripts years ago, it's just frustrating to know what could have been for the series. Like for the second movie, when like they're all having their meeting, they were like, okay, they're coming, the machines are coming for Zion, and Neo looks up and he sees agents coming, because he looks right through the code, you can see up to the street level, he sees them coming, so he's like, I'll just go take care of it. He's bored as hell. When you have the power of God, you get bored very quickly. And he's just like that. He's like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna fight these guys and beat them up. And he's just going about it ho-hum, just kicking their asses. He's bored out of his mind, and all of a sudden, mid-fight, the agents get an upgrade. And they're able to match a lot of his speed, which is pretty cool, because it's like raining outside. And so, like, and basically how they had the original script was like, all of a sudden they're able to go as fast as he has. Like, you see the rain slowly start falling down, like in the individual drops. He's like kind of pushing them out of the way with their fists and stuff like that. And he actually has to start working for it to actually beat them. He's kind of gets nervous. He's like, okay, whoa, what the hell's going on here? The Matrix is trying to, they're really stepping up their game to try to remove me. So he gets a little concerned about that, because before it was just boring, and all of a sudden they get upgraded mid-fight and they can keep toe-to-toe with him for a little bit, but he still beats them. So he's like, whoa, okay, that's different. The hallway, what is it? The highway fight was really cool. There was a lot of stuff that just would have been ridiculously hard to film. Like, they were, like, Neo was actually there for the highway chase scene, and like he was fighting agents, like there were just agents spawning left and right, car accidents going all over the place. Yeah, he just goes upgrades and just continues to beat them up, like very rehearsed, like. Whereas the script version, like, they described it as time starts slowing down, like everything's going super slow, but they're going like full ridiculous full speed, like even faster than usual. Like they ramped up the camera speed, and they're just like talking about going just super ridiculously fast. You know, like Colours of Kung Fu, where everything's just kind of slowly falling around them. So hold on a second. There we go. So, but yeah, it's like the highway chase was ridiculous, as in there's cars getting knocked around. They're like grabbing cars and chucking each other. At one point, Neo gets punched into the back seat of a minivan. It's like one of those minivans that has like two sliding doors, like both sides slide open in the back. And an agent jumps in, and there's this terrified, like, soccer mom driving along, like, you know, like screaming, like, oh my god! And these guys are having this kung fu fight in the back seat of their car. And it's just like, they're like, what in the world? And like, they're just jumping out. It's just amazing, spectacular thing. It's like, and it just could not be filmed. the way it was. They had to kind of shorten it up and change things around because it just would cost way too much. The movies already cost, the sequels already cost $500 million United States dollars at the time. Adjusted for inflation is probably closer to 750 or $8 billion. But yeah, it was just, there was quite a lot to those that just didn't get filmed in. Okay, let's see. I'm the wrong one. I went too far. Sweet. Yeah, I have the Blu-ray, so go watch The Matrix. You will not be disappointed. It'll be more entertaining than my stream for sure, whereas I talk about, like, things that didn't happen. Although, like, you know, I talk about The Matrix, all these cool things that got cut out. There were certain things I'm just like, it's for the best that didn't get put in the film. Like, they were wearing sunglasses in the dojo fight. Like, whenever they were in the construct, they were always wearing their sunglasses. It just seemed really out of place. So they're like, okay, we need to get rid of that. The city, as it became known to be called, was basically Chicago. There was, like, Chicago landmarks pointed out. There's actually a map of Chicago in the Matrix film. Like, when Cypher causes the diversion, basically sets everybody up. There's actually a shot of the east side of Chicago they pull up on the map. But the original version of The Matrix did take place in Chicago, different streets and landmarks and so forth, and they decided to make it completely ambiguous, like just take bits and pieces from every major city from across the world and different buildings and slap it together. I did watch The Animatrix. I thought it was kind of interesting. The lead up to it. There were a couple different cool scenes I thought that was really kind of neat, like whatever studio Madhouse, the guy who did Ninja Scroll, where they did like the samurai thing, and the guy's like testing her ability, like testing her loyalty, and like she basically kind of like starts to break out of the Matrix almost, like basically starts to break the program and kills the guy, and she flips out. And it turns out like, oh, it's just a training thing to see if you're loyal, and she just kicks his ass in the real world. Oh god, that was another thing too. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I'll get that in a second. So I thought it was kind of neat. Some of the things were just kind of really weird. Like the kid, no one liked the kid. That was kind of dumb, but there were some neat ideas. So the original version of The Matrix, the sequel films, was the real world, was not the real world. It was another layer of The Matrix. It was basically designed, it was like a subsystem. There's a character called the Kid who followed around Neo a lot. He's like, Neo, I believe in Neo! And like he turns out saving the day in the big final climactic fight. And he has his own skit in the Animatrix where he's being chased along through the school, and he's like, Neo, you saved me! He's like, no, kid, you saved yourself. Because like he pulled himself out of the Matrix by himself. Neo didn't have to give him a pill or anything like that. Yeah, and he's just like this dumb shit who just couldn't act or anything. But in the original scripts for the Matrix sequels, the real world was another level of the Matrix, which is why Neo, at the end of the second movie, the second part, because it was actually the halfway part, because they were originally one huge movie, and then it was like a 4-hour movie. Studios like cut it in half. So the halfway point, that's why Neo's like stops and goes, he gets out, he's like, they're running because the Nebuchadnezzar's going to blow up. They're like, wait a minute, I can feel them. And he stops and he kills one with his mind. And that's where he realizes, oh shit, we are not free. We are still trapped somewhere. We've not beaten that day. Which ties right into Simulation and Simulacra, or Simulacra and Simulation, the book that they had to read on the Matrix. Basically, it wasn't about the Matrix, it's about that the reality is a simulation, and if you were to break free from the simulation, there'd be another backup in order to keep you trapped. It all fell in line with that philosophy thinking from the guy who wrote the book in like 1981, some French guy. So that's what it originally was, and then they had to go and kind of learn how to try to break free from that. Yeah, and exactly, they're like, well, why does Neo have these powers in real life? They're like, because he's Neo. Just ignore it. They were still in the Matrix. It was just a different level, which is why everything is still shaded differently. The Matrix is shaded green, reality is blue. It's another level of the construct. That's what it was originally supposed to be. I'm like, oh my god. Speaking of, oh my god, Nimix shows up. 29 years. 29 years streak of giving up a candy bar. 2 candy bars once a month and going hungry for my benefit. I appreciate it, my friend. What's up? I have gone on a Matrix rant. I blame Jay. He got me off on it, talking about what could have been the awesome movies. It just got dropped horribly. No, but yeah, so that's why when they were going to negotiate, like going to the whole city, Neo and Trinity, to basically negotiate the machines, are like, hey, listen, you know, like, the level that Smith is on is going to crash. It's going to crash this other sub-level, and you're going to wake everybody up. He's like, just wake everybody up completely who want to be actually, like, subconsciously have a desire to be let out. Let them go. Just have it go, and just go from that point here, and we'll just call a truce. And that's what they eventually agree upon. They come out to the real world. It's still mostly destroyed, but everything's written to be like this vibrant rainbow-like colors, like you see at the end where Sati, or whatever the little Indian girl is, creates a new version of the Matrix. The sky looks like that. The kind of, and that makes you wonder: is this another level of the Matrix because it doesn't look like our reality, or what? So, yeah. So yeah, I'd be down with them retconning down to going to the original concepts like that, because that could have just been really amazing. Because the Matrix does repeat, because the Matrix still stays up. The architect agrees at the end of the movie. He's like, okay, like those who want to be freed, even on a subconscious level, will be let go. So that means the Matrix is still going to exist. You're still going to have freedom fighters going around eventually. It's just the cycle's just going to continue onward. The peace is temporary. Right, it could be like the ending to Inception, like you don't know, is it like really going on? Is it a dream? Is it reality? Does it really matter? I mean, that's the whole big thing here. It's a Cobb at the end of Inception. Spoilers, everybody. Like, is he dreaming or is it alive? Like, or is it reality? You don't know. I have no idea which one that skit is. You'd have to remind me a little bit more about it, Jay, in order to kind of jog my memory. Right. And that was the whole thing, because they also did have the Animatrix video game, which I actually did 2 tech support before I worked for AOL. That was one of my jobs, was at Feature Premium Services when I got promoted up, was doing tech support for that online game for a little bit. Love, Death, and Robots. No, I have not heard of it. Let me save... Holy crap, that's way too loud. Okay, let me save a trailer of that so I can check it out later, though. Alright, here we go. Let's fight Genshin. Let's get our butt kicked. I'm terrible at fighting this guy. I thought he was going to dodge it, but it just gives me time to get away from him. Yeah, if you have the tonfas, you can just do a 360 spin on this guy and just rip him to shreds, but I'm starting a brand new game, so I don't have those cool weapons, so it's sad. Of course, I'll let you know if I give it a watch here, of course. Always open to trying new things and watching new stuff when I have the time. But I'm not busy streaming and then like watching and then ranting about what the Matrix used to be like. Alright, here we go. Yes, if you've never watched Unwary's speedrun of this game, I definitely suggest checking it out. There's a lot of cool out-of-bounds stuff you can do in this game, especially this level. He skips a lot of fights. Oh, just shy. Level 3 Lunar I love. Who dares message me? It's not Cartman. She hates me. Vangelfs. Nobody likes them. Okay, I need to switch to a sword, something to give me a lot more mobile. Really, game? That would be interesting to hear. Yeah, so it's actually Sigma, I think, starts off this level with dogfights instead of Vangelfs. I think this is Wind Blades, maybe? Yes. Alright, cool. So Wind Blades are good for getting people off you if you just let it fire default. Kind of puts out this circle. It tends to do a lot of damage, like at least lop off some limbs. But you can also, if you go into first person to aim it, you shoot out blades in that direction so you can rip through quite a few people. I don't know if I have... Slices of the Gods, Thousand Gods... Should probably do that, huh? Make my life far bigger. So if you're not aware, if anyone's just joining right now, there is a master collection of these games coming out for the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox One series, and the PlayStation 4. However, that being said, it's the Sigma games, which are censored. And in this case, not only censored, but completely changed around, because when they ported this game to the PlayStation 3, they had to make cutbacks in order to make it work, because the PlayStation 3 just did not have enough RAM. This is not a fanboy thing here. This is just like the God honest truth. PS3 did not have enough RAM to display as many people on the screen and enemies as the Xbox 360 did, and even the Xbox 360 version pushed that too far. There's points where this game chugs and slows down. So to get around that, they lowered the enemy counts, they changed certain fights, and that's the problem with it. So you'd also, because of all the people you had going through, like all the dismemberment and blood splatters and everything else, they had to get rid of that. So they had purple mist. Enemies usually don't stay around when they're dead. There were changes. And the reason why we're not getting this version on that Master Collection is because Tecmo lost the code. They basically deleted it out when the game was dead, and they're like, no one's gonna ever want this again. Great. So that's why we're getting the Sigma version. Sigma 2 is going to be censored. Sigma 1 is a little bit different too, but we're just going to put up with it. Get the PC version, because you know modders are going to change it around to add blood. I mean, purple mist will be blood, no time flat. Can't really understand. Let's see. Nivix says, time to ask me a question. Can't really understand why I'm being told to consider my personal hygiene. Tried what my friend said and used milk on my armpits rather than deodorant. So it looked the same, so it should work. What the heck do you do? Well, the problem is your friend lied. It's not milk. It is buttermilk is what you need to use instead. It's very, very, common misconception there for it. It's definitely is going through. It also not only stops the odor coming through, but also tenderizes it too. So you get like a little better arm movement going through. You get more arm lubrication, just a little salt and pepper, and after a while you should be able to take it off there and make some skin jerky. It's a little bit gross, but I mean, Hannibal, this guy, Hannibal is a doctor, I trust him, told me it's good, so I've been doing that for a while. Also been taking, baths in tenderizer. I'm not sure why that does it, or teriyaki sauce, but he says it also helps too, and I do smell better. I mean, I smell like a really good Asian, restaurant, so who am I to complain about this? Exactly. It's good enough for chicken, it's good enough for everybody else. See what I mean? Jay gets it. Pull Rachel Ray or the other abomination against all that's holy. Sandra Lee. The amazing master of the culinary hate crime that is known as the Kwanzaa cake. Hey, Slee, what's up, buddy? I'm doing. Decided to play the game that... okay, I'm not sure we're using aiming on that one. Or that one either. It's like, let's play the version of the game that people are going to be upset to go like, wait, this isn't in the Master Collection? No, it's not. You, buddy? Oh, so yeah. Hanging in there, decided to play this game. I bought the digital version of Razor's Edge for the PlayStation 3 because that's going away. And it costs $30, which is a ripoff. Because if you buy it on the Xbox 360, it's $20. Ryu, why do you suck? Let go, goddammit, I'm hitting B. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so this was all taken out of Sigma 2, I should say. Yeah, so I have the infinite, like, I have the digital version for Razor's Edge on the PS3, so I can go through and try to see if I can crash it that way, because Crying Devil has the digital version. I have been playing the disc version of that game. So 2 infinite karma glitches destroys your run at the end of the entire run there. Just hard locks the system. So now I want to try it on the digital version to see if I can recreate it that way. Because if I can find the trigger and find out a way to not trigger it, then we can do speedruns on the PS3 until June 10th when the digital version comes out, which I will have my brand new computer. Because I bought my computer $3,500, and I'll be playing that one because I have a M2 drive on it, or NVMe, whatever it is, a super fast one. So loading times will be very crazy. Yeah, so another thing too is, like, you know, the 360 version, you have arrows. You need to constantly refill and pull them out of people. Sigma 2, they're just like, let's give everybody infinite arrows, okay? Let's just make it easier. But at the same time, we're going to need to nerf them because they're really powerful. So now they're going to do a third less of the damage. You can't do any UT charge off of them. So those arrow guys do not exist in Sigma. Or rather, more accurately, Sigma 2. Yeah, you have charge in Sigma 1, but Sigma 2, projectiles cannot be charged. So you cannot charge the bow, the incendiary shurikens, the windmill shuriken, because those were ridiculously overpowered in this game. When you charge those things up, oh baby. Why? YJ? Because they thought it was cool, and aerodynamics be damned. Yeah, 2 is a lot faster for combat wise, but of course, every game I'd say is different and I do like them. Black, aka slash Sigma, were pretty good. It had this whole interconnected world. It was pretty crazy. You had a lot more exploration, levels all looped into themselves. It was pretty neat. And then 2, they just went fully segmented. They kind of bypassed that whole interconnected levels because they want to have segments and different world pieces. So it is different. They did want the combat to be faster and more violent. Because that was even a complaint I had about the original game. Black was like, okay, well, especially this like really cool badass ninja with a sword, you know, why are we not like hacking people to pieces and limbs flying everywhere? And they're like, okay, we hear you. It's like, we'll do that. Yeah, the version, like the upgrade system I was not really a fan of in Sigma 2. Where it's like you have a special place you can do them, like blue Muramasa statues instead. And you can only do one weapon at a time, so that kind of sucks. Because in this game, like, if you have the money, you can just go, like, level 3 instantly if you want on a weapon. And that was pretty cool. And this one, in Sigma 2, they're like, nope, we want you to actually kind of wait and slow things down. But they did rebalance not only the rest of the game, but also enemy values and damage values and so forth. So it is a balanced game. But it does have its... Oh, great. It does have its moments. Try to dodge it. And that was the thing, they're like, okay, well, we have to reduce down enemy encounters because we just don't have the ability to do all these crazy fights all the time. So you did have a lot more kind of empty or levels feeling in Sigma 2. I mean, my only hope for this game is like modders on the PC version will be able to fix or at least change some things around, you know, like increase the enemy count or enemy counters possibly for Sigma 2 for the PC version. Because you know they're going to mod the hell out of the PC version. Purple Mist is going to be turned to blood. I mean, you know it's going to be. Really, aim? Come on. I'm playing really risky right now. I am not getting it on the Switch. There's no way you're going to convince me to buy this game on the Switch when PlayStation 4 Xbox One, PC are going to be running 60 frames per second, 4K, and I just bought a $3,500 gaming computer that's going to be showing up May 15th. No way I'm going to be playing this on a cell phone processor at 720p and probably running just the same as it does on the 360 versions if you're lucky with frame drops. I am going to bet dollars and donuts that the Switch version is going to have frame drops just like the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 versions do. I would bet good money on it. I'm just waiting for Digital Foundry to come out with their analysis, so... give it time, they'll get to it. I think this is a Jewel of the Demon Seal. Yeah. Alright, so this increases your Nimpo. And I fell down like a moron. I have no idea where I'm going because it's been way too long since I played down to this part. One second, gotta rub my eyes real fast. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to trying this on PC. Like in my new PC, expect a lot more emulation stuff and just basically trying to push it to the max, seeing what I can do. Definitely CMU screens, streams, we're gonna have fun with that. Try some more Yuzu stuff, PS3, RPCS3, there we go, I spit that out. And other PC games, just kind of cranking them to the max. So I have a 3070 in the computer. Give me a second here, I'll try to see if my link still works for it, kind of showing on what it is I bought. Okay, so certain things are no longer available because they've sold out, but this is what I got for my computer. Got a NVIDIA GeForce 3070, 8 gig, Intel i9 10900 KF 10 core, which you can push up to like 5.3 turbo without overclocking. Overclocking, you can push it ridiculously higher to, if you go for liquid helium, you can push it to like 7, which is stupid. Humongous cooler on there. It's like a 380 millimeter AIC cooler, like all in one, or AIO, I should say there. Top of the line motherboard, which also takes the Intel 1100 series, or the 11,000 series, I should say, so I can upgrade it later in the future, the processor, if I need to. 32 gigabytes of RAM, 4,000 megahertz. The Seagate FireCuda 522 terabyte. This is a beast. This thing reads 5 gigs per second and writes 3.5 gigabytes per second. It is stupidly fast. And that just got like an extra terabyte, 2 terabyte drive. I'm going to take the one from my current computer, throw it in there too, so I just have extra storage space to record things. 850 watt power supply. I was wanting to get 1,000, but it was kind of hard to get at the time. Windows 10 Pro, and of course they're going to be building it for me for $100, so won't argue on that. So that's what I am getting. $3,500. The most I've ever spent on a PC, but I promised myself that when I got my first job in IT that I was going to buy a fully blown gaming PC, and you know, kept my promise. It's like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to get all that, my money. I'm going to do it. Where do I need to go? Where do I go? Over there. I do first person view. I don't think I can. There we go. Left bumper. So I can hear that guy stomping around. Who is over there stomping? I can hear them. There he is. Oh yeah, Sigma also lets you, like, walk while aiming your bow. He's probably not going to pop out now that I have this charged up all the way. Nope. Missed him. Come on, buddy. Pop out. You can do it. Put you out of your misery. You come on. Up. I saw a turkey peek. Turkey lean. Now there we go. Hey, arrows over there. Okay, that was dumb. Wow. Magic Pixel. So this is where, if you have one of these bad boys, Lives of the Thousand Gods you haven't used yet, use it. Why? It expands out your life bar. It also instantly refills your health for free. Pro gamer tip. I will say this though about Sigma is that it does have, like, you know, lesser enemy encounters, which is kind of good because I mean some fights just happen all the time in this game. It gets kind of to be a slog at certain points if you're doing everything and not running like crazy. It's like, please don't die, I'm almost to a save point, I don't want to do all that again. I don't remember what's over there, so we're going to jump over and find out. Reticence, I'll take it. I don't remember... Okay, I do remember. I was saying, I don't remember I get the Windmill Shuriken. So you get the Windmill Shuriken, and like I said, that's just another projectile weapon that just breaks the game without mercy. I think there's a Muramasa's right around here. Yeah, there it is. Level 3 Lunar, please. I love the level 3 Lunar in this game. It's just really cool because the ends actually detach and start swinging around. It just it's very aesthetically cool. Very pleasing. I say the save point was a ways back. I remember one time I was playing this game and YKB and GBM showed up, like, they apparently got done streaming and they walked into me, like, playing this part right here. I was like, oh my god, you just blow that man up with an arrow? I'm like, yeah, this isn't really a family-friendly stream. This game, not really family-friendly. I mean, unless you're trying to traumatize your children, then by all means, it absolutely is, but... Who's gonna follow me up here? Alright, fine. How are you not dead? That dude took like 3 UT arrows to the face and just kept coming. Okay, nothing over here. There's gotta be an arrow refill around here somewhere. There was something in this room. Probably not. Whatever. Yeah, so Ninja Gaiden Black, you had to find this air rebreather, like this scuba tank in order to breathe forever. And I guess I finally realized, wait a minute, you're a zombie still because you died in the first game. They never explained how you're alive again after you flew away to Ninja Heaven after murdering 10,000 people. So, forget the whole scuba tank. You can just now stay underwater as long as you want. No biggie. Okay, so I know there is arrows around here. There he is. Yeah, Ninja Heaven for the win, even though you, like, straight up murdered a crap ton of people. Like, a ridiculous amount. Innocent people, too. Thomas the Tank Engine was innocent that one time. That game tried to armor through it. That was incredible. It's like, no, we want your head. It's like, keep pushing through. Armor power. Armor through it. Alright. Thanks for dropping by, Nimix. It's good to see you on my one day I stream, so thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the sub again for 29 years of going hungry for my amusement. And like I said, buttermilk. That's the key, buttermilk. How much money do I have now? Not enough. Love to get level 3 for that, but just not enough there. Yeah, Sigma 2 also lowered the prices by quite a lot on the shop items. I would say they lowered them by maybe 2/3. Because I remember, like, money becomes a joke in Sigma 2 very quickly. I have to warn everybody, I'm probably going to be stopping the stream pretty soon. I'm going to try to get to Giga Death or whatever his name is. One of the, in my opinion, like the hardest boss in the game. Genshin is a kind of a pain in the ass. But this stupid boss that's coming up for me just always completely and totally wrecks me. He was made a lot easier in Sigma 2. Like I said, it's kind of interesting is that they did rebalance the game. You get a Zuna drop for screwing with me. Twofer. Yeah, so over there is the trial. I'm terrible at them, so should I do the trial or not? I'm gonna guarantee I'm probably gonna die on this. Should I give it a go? I mean, we just saved, we might as well, we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Really? Man, that fire stayed out a long time. So as soon as I let go of that. Holy crap, I actually managed to get past it. I was not expecting that. There's the chest. I'm like, where's it at? Remember one time I got past one of these and I accidentally hit the wrong button and got sucked out before I got my reward? Yeah, that was dumb. So, all your items you use inside these trials, they do not get refilled. But I have just enough to get my level 3 dragon sword. Two whole essence left over. I am a budgeting genius. Yes, Ryu, don't jump up there towards the people who are going to be shooting shit at you. No, no, no. Jump down like a friggin' moron. I mean, the Flying Swallow in the original Ninja Gaiden Black was pretty overpowered. This game got pretty good. And then they just destroyed it in Razor's Edge. Razor's Edge, I don't think I've hit maybe 3 people total ever with the Flying Swallow. Yeah, I'm gonna die on this guy. I suck at this boss. Hey, arrows, please. Thank you. And this is why it's horseshit. There's nowhere to hide. You get too close to him, he shocks you. And that's why, like, seriously, this is like the hardest boss the entire damn game. Literally, hands down. I've seen people try to, beat it that way. I know there's strats and everything else there. I've never got it to work. It's crazy. It's usually I have to like load up on all sorts of different healing items and so forth, and then just hopefully I can get past it. But unfortunately for now, though, we have reached the end of the stream, but I definitely want to thank everybody for hanging out. I always appreciate it when you show up because, I only stream once a week on average now. So, of course, special shout outs to Nimix with the 29 months in a row subscription. Holy crap, dude. I joke about it, but you don't have to subscribe to my channel. Anyone ever has to subscribe here or donate bits or anything. I don't require it. Just basically have a good time and hang out and chat if you want or lurk. So, shout outs to Nimix. Isley Senpai and Jay and anybody else. Let's see here. I know there's somebody else here as well. Gave me a follow. It was, what's his face here? Sensei Ryabusa with the follow as well. And of course, as I mentioned here, all lurkers, you're always welcome on my channel. Just of course, if there's any type of audio or video issues, let me know. If I'm not speedrunning a game, or even if I am speedrunning a game, as soon as I can fix it, I will be more than happy to do that. So I normally stream now, unfortunately, because I'm too exhausted during the week. I get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning every Monday through Friday, and I just work all day and I get really exhausted. I tend to stream on Saturday or Sunday. I do play Ninja Gaiden games. I stream anywhere between 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't know when that is, just copy and paste that into Google, and it will kind of tell you for wherever you are located in the world. Definitely, however, keep an eye on my Twitter, which is Wursel555. On days I'm going to be streaming during the weekends, or even during the week, keep an eye on it, because sometimes I do have the energy or the time to stream during the week. I will let you know there and what I'll be playing. There's so much more I want to stream. There's full motion video games, FMV games I want to play because I got a brand new one for that. I want to go back and play some arcade games like CPS One Game Classics. Just have fun with that. And then, of course, I want to try the digital version of Razor's Edge. And it's just so many things I want to stream. I just don't have the ability to do it anymore, which makes me kind of sad. So I really don't know what I'll be streaming next week. But just keep your eyes open, and we'll figure it out from there. I try not to be a one-horse pony. I do want to go back. I am dying to stream Bayonetta 2 again, but that just takes a lot of time and effort, and I just don't know if I can really put myself through it currently. But, I do appreciate everybody hanging out, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week.